You're already swimming with a monster. You just don't know it yet. Not a myth, not a legend. Something that should be impossible, but might not be. Because in 2014, a tourist on a cruise ship in the Gulf of Mexico saw something massive beneath the surface. Long fast. Watching. They called it the Carnival Cruise Monster. But here's the strange part. The description didn't match any known animal. It matched something extinct. A predator that vanished 66 million years ago. Or did it? What if one of the deadliest ocean hunters never died at all? And if it didn't, why haven't we found it? This is where it gets weird. Because the creature people compared it to isn't just dangerous, it's a nightmare designed by evolution itself. The Mosasaurus. A name most people have never heard, but one that once ruled every ocean on Earth. So here's the question. If something that powerful survived the extinction that wiped out the dinosaurs, what else changed with it? And more importantly, would we even survive in the same world? Because if the Mosasaurus still exists today, then everything you think you know about the ocean is wrong. At first glance, the Mosasaurus doesn't sound real. A giant lizard living in the ocean? But that's exactly what it was. Not a dinosaur, not a fish, a reptile, closely related to modern-day Komodo dragons. Except this one didn't crawl on land. It hunted in the deep. And this is where it gets unsettling. It was built to kill. Imagine a body longer than a school bus, up to 18 meters, a tail like a shark, a skull like a crocodile, and a jaw that opened like a snake. Double-hinged, flexible, perfect for swallowing prey whole. But that's not even the craziest part. It didn't hunt selectively. It ate everything. Fish, sharks, dolphins, whales, even other mosasaurs. Nothing was safe. Fossils have been found on every continent, including Antarctica, which means one thing. They didn't just exist. They dominated. So here's the question. If something that powerful ruled the oceans once, what stopped it? The answer should be simple. A mass extinction event. The one that wiped out 75% of life on Earth. But what if it missed a few? Because here's what doesn't add up. Mosasaurs weren't fragile. They were survivors. They evolved fast. In just 27 million years, they went from small shoreline lizards to apex predators of the open ocean. That's lightning speed in evolutionary terms. So what made them so unstoppable? Adaptation. Their ancestors likely looked like marine iguanas. Small, coastal, harmless. But something changed. They pushed farther into the ocean. Their tails became stronger. Their bodies more streamlined. Faster, smarter, deadlier. But here's the twist. They still needed air. Like whales. Like dolphins. Which means they stayed near the surface. Visible. Trackable. So if they were alive today, we should be seeing them, right? Unless they adapted again. And that's when things changed. Because if mosasaurs survived, they wouldn't just exist quietly. They would reshape the entire ocean. And not in a small way. In a way that changes everything we rely on. Start with this. If mosasaurs were still alive, your ocean wouldn't look the same. At all. Because apex predators don't just hunt. They control ecosystems. They decide what survives. And what disappears. And this is where it gets weird. The megalodon, another legendary predator, might never have existed. Because there's no room at the top for two kings. One would dominate. And mosasaurs had the advantage. Speed, flexibility, brutality. So what happens next? Everything evolves differently. Fish become faster, smarter, more evasive. Marine mammals develop new defenses, new behaviors. Some species never evolve at all. But here's the strange part. This wouldn't make the ocean empty. It would make it more complex, more diverse. Because predators force evolution. They push life to adapt or vanish. So in a world with mosasaurs, the ocean could be even richer than it is today. But there's a problem. Us. Because humans don't adapt that fast. And suddenly, the ocean isn't just unpredictable. It's hostile. Think about it. Every time you step into the water, you're entering its territory. And if mosasaurs were still here, that territory becomes deadly. Small boats. Gone. Fishing. Risky. Surfing. Unthinkable. Even swimming near shore could turn into a fatal mistake. Because this isn't a shark. This is something bigger, smarter, more aggressive, and always hungry. But that's not even the most unsettling part. Our entire relationship with the ocean would change. Trade routes, coastal cities, tourism, everything reshaped by a predator we can't control. And then there's the deeper question. If mosasaurs could survive extinction, what else could? Because extinction events aren't always absolute. Something slip through, hide, adapt. Wait, so maybe the ocean isn't just deep. Maybe it's hiding something, something we're not meant to find. And if that's true, then the real question isn't whether mosasaurs survived.